Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at this massive, great big blue fist. Now this is the Rexcelsior, I do believe it's called. Butcher me in the comments if I got that wrong. This is Rex's big fist ship. That is obviously a tribute to Stan Lee from the Lego Movie 2 crew. So it's taken from the Lego Movie 2 film. It's a 10 plus set. It's set 70839. I'll let you pronounce it how you want to. There's a lot going on within this set. You can see it's got the knuckles for the fist, and then it's got its thumb. It is to mimic the gauntlet. Now there's a lot of bits and pieces on the inside of this, and it is actually a micro scale set as well. But as we turn it up and over, you can see that you get given the Danger Vest version of Rex with him as a micro figure, and then as we come over you have got the double trouble Emmet as well, and then you've got all of these little bits and pieces on the inside, which we'll take a good look at some of them as we go. On the side of the box, if it as and when it was on the shelf, that's what it would look like on the side of the box, and you can obviously you've got the 70839 on the side. Now on the back there's a huge amount going on with this as well. You can see on the side it opens up in 4 different places. You've got there up at the top, and you've got the bit over the other side by the thumb, I do believe, and you can see again that is the opposite side. This bit on the side, this bit further back on the side is actually the same piece on both bits. You can have a good look on the inside there, but then it is leveled up on the inside of the ship, so we'll have a look at that. Again, there's the characters, there's your 2 minifigures from the film. Yes, it comes with a load of dinosaurs because it is a knockoff and a rip-off of Chris Pratt playing a different character while playing a different character of playing the character from Jurassic Park. So he actually plays 3 roles in one, hence why you get given all of the little Jurassic Park characters in there as well. So you've got all of the little micro dinos. The shoots a load of bits and pieces out in the front. I have not installed this bit, obviously, because I've got the cat, so there will be a gap on the front of the fist. So moving on to the booklet, I didn't have to unbox it because it's already built. You've got all of the bag numbers on the front. They used to do that for, I think, just the Lego Movie 2 films, and then they stopped showing you how many bags were relating to the front. I can't actually remember what's on the inside of this. I haven't had a sneak peek, but you can see how this is different compared to the newer instruction booklets. But even back then, they were showing you about the different apps that you can do to actually build all the bits and pieces using their own app rather than the instruction booklet. But as we come over, bag number 1, you get all of the little bits and pieces. Bag number 2, 3, 4, you sort of build almost like a garage looking thing, and then as it comes through you add in more layers. So that is 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then 9 and 10 and 11, and then you've got 12, 13 and 14 for the completed thing. Lots and lots of different bits and pieces to have a look at as we go through. So like I said, I will open up all of the stuff on the inside of the ship best I can. It is looking very, very tired and very, very battered, so just bear that in mind. Now, with regards to the films that are out at the time, or the things that you could have bought, they have got the Lego Movie 2, the Batman movie, the Ninjago movie, and then this was the Lego Movie 2, the second part. That is all the information they have. They don't have any other set information. They were just showing off on this time, looking out for Blu-ray and digital. So that is the day and age of when they were selling all of those little bits. So as we come through and down to page 270, which is the very, very last bit, that is where you add in all of these little bits and pieces and all the details. So you've got the smaller micro ships and all of the little bits and pieces. They're kind of the same size as what you get in the advent calendars, I guess, is what you build up. And you can see where you're supposed to hold it from the back, and it actually does allow you to shoot the bit from the front. So depending on where you pull it from, you actually do have a big grip on the back of the ship, and this is where you're just building everything up. Right, it's time for the main event. So you can see you've got the minifigures at the top, and you do have these little micro ones as well. So they're the ones that actually are supposed to sit on the inside of this fist. Now, like I said, it's looking a little bit tired. It's a little bit rough and ready, and I haven't added in the central piece just here because that's where the weapons and things do fire from. So I'm not going to put them in until I've got the cats. But we'll go through everything best I can and what I can actually remember as well. Now, if we can, this bit will open. So we'll have to move this fist out of the way. You have got opportunities for photos. So you can either open up that door if you want to and do whatever it is you want to do with it, and then if you want to get in there further you can open it up. But the interesting thing is the 16 plus sticker, even though it's a 10 plus set, and then you've got all of the stickers and things that go across the top as well. I can't remember if there's any printed pieces, but obviously I built this a long time ago, and since getting all of the Marvel and the Guardians of the Galaxy ships, I thought, well, actually we might be able to make a display with this now. So this does have a teeny tiny little gym in, so you've got a set of dumbbells, you've got some balls, you've got some racking on the side and some other little bits and pieces in there. And then as we come in and go underneath, you have got like a huge music place, so it looks like there's a load of speakers and everything in there. Everything, I do believe I remember, is taken from the actual film, so you will visit all of these pieces in the film itself. Then this piece on the back also opens up, so this is a little bit bigger with regards to what you can see on here. So you've got all the little bits and pieces with regards to computers and things, which you will have a better look at when I spin the ship around the other way. But you can, if you want to, get in and over from the top. Now the top does not actually let you look down, so you're not going to get any extra lighting. We'll come back to the top in a second. But all of the stuff on the inside, you can see where you've got the Technic pieces on there, and then it links in with all the Lego bits just underneath. And then if we wrap it round and come round from this way, so I'll have a look from the front, you have got some nice little bits of detail just on the fist, so you can see we've added in all those extra pieces, and you've got all of the other little bits and bobs on there. And then as we come round, kind of does the same thing from this side, so you can either lift that bit up if you want to, and you can have a quick neb on the inside, and then that lets you look all the way through to get some photos if you want. But again, it does open up fully, so you can just tuck that bit in, get that bit all the way down. And then on this side you have something completely different, so you have got lots of little bits and pieces going on. So you can see where you've got just things that would be from the film. That's taken from a long time ago since I saw any of this. So if you do recognize any of this, or it is a film that you got on with, then obviously please let me know in the comments below. I was not a massive fan of the film, but I only picked this up as it was supposed to be a tribute to Marvel itself. I thought one day it might come in handy, and today is that day. Now again, opening it up from this side, you've got lots of little bits and pieces going on with regards to everything that you can see on the inside of. So you can get some photos in there, but obviously it's not meant for minifigure scale. But you can, if you want to, stand in the minifigure, and obviously it will then close again with him in there, so that's not too much of a problem. But it's these smaller rooms on the front. Each one of these, obviously, you've got, what, 5 rooms here, and then you've got some more rooms on the other side and across the top. They are all micro scale. Now coming around to the engines on the back, you can get some nice pictures from the back end if you wanted to. These do not move, these are just set in that position, but you can see that you have got the four thrusters on. And then as we come around again, you get a bit of a better look on the side. It's a shame that you can't pull, I think you can pull the bottom ones round. You can pull the bottom ones, but the top ones are fixed. That's it. So you can, if you want to, move them around and get a slightly different angle, but the top ones are fixed in that position. Now, coming over to the top, before we start comparing it to all of the other little sets, you get a good understanding for scale. Yes, it is teeny tiny. That is what these little things are for. So we will have a better look at the minifigures in a second. And then again, this bit I do believe opens up from the top, and you can see where you have got some skateboard ramps. That's what they're for. And I have still got the 2 dinosaurs on the inside. So I've got the 2 blue ones on the inside. It does come with a load of silver ones and smaller ships as well, which I've actually put somewhere else just because I didn't want to lose them. But you can see that it does have on the top of the box the silver dinosaurs as well, which are currently in my Jurassic Park display, but they are just like for like, and they would just sit in here if you wanted them to. And the little ships I've just kept safe because I don't want to have them come in flying out. But if you have got this, obviously let me know how you have displayed yours and what you think of it. I do, re-looking at this, it does actually have a lot more detail than what I do remember. It's one of those things of built it such a long time ago, didn't do anything with it, and now I want to get this out on display. But it all pops back together quick and easy enough, as you can see. So that is there or thereabouts, all back together on that bit. Now let's have a look at the minifigures. So we'll start with Emmet. I cannot remember where I've just put Rex. Did I leave him in here? Did I leave him in on the other side? There he is. Right, so we've got them. Okay, starting with Stubble Emmet. So this is the completely different Emmet you don't get in any other sets for a couple of reasons. One, it's all his facial hair, but he starts to copy Rex, and then as we spin it round, he has then got it all smudged and wiped off. And yes, he does have the same type of vest that Rex wears because he's got the R, but he is wearing his normal standard sort of bottom half. So they're on every single minifigure, but the top half is completely different, obviously. And this is an exclusive figure to this set, I do believe. And then again, he's just got his sort of standard hairpiece on there. Now this is very hard to get on the camera, but it's just a completely teeny tiny micro version of what you've just seen. And again, obviously that is supposed to be in and around just the set, so you can get some photos. It would be amazing to think how big this would need to be just to be minifigure scale. Now the other tiny little one is obviously Rex himself, so you can see they are exactly the same size. They are very hard to see, so it's something that I haven't really used or tried to take photos of. But with Rex himself, He's got his danger vest on, so you can see you've got all of the vest and everything on the top. He's got a little bit of print on the actual cuffs of the sleeve, and you've obviously got the hands as well. He's got really nice boot print. You can see you've got the toes, real nice trouser print, and then as you spin it around, you've got nice vest print on the back. You can see he's got like a bit of hair quiff on the top of that one, so that's actually sticking out as the hair mold. And he's got his very, very angry looking face, and then he's got his very, very cheeky chappy face. So you can see out the two, which is supposed to be the villain, which is obviously this one, and then Emmet obviously gets misled within the film. So just for scale, as always with all the other ships, I've used the Indiana Jones sets to start with, and you can just see how much this fist towers over the front of the Indiana Jones car. And if we were to pick this up and park this just on the back of the actual fist itself, there's still loads of room at the front. You can just see how much bigger this thing is. Don't forget, I have not yet added the back bit on, but you can just see the size and the scale of this thing compared to the plane. I've said it in all the others, this thing is a really nice scale plane. So these side by side, it kind of does make sense, but don't forget, this is micro scale. And this New Guardian ship is minifigure scale, and they are close to being like for like. In fact, the fist is still a little bit bigger. It's a little bit longer, but obviously you can see that the New Guardian ship is a lot taller, bearing in mind, even without the stand, just how much this stands up. And again, from the back, where you've got all of the different engines and things like that, it is just that much bigger. But they both look nice side by side, but I really do wonder how big this thing should be. And just like that, we are done. So if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let us know your thoughts with regards to the ship and the film. If you do have this ship in your collection, obviously, then please let me know in the comments below where you've actually put it. And if you're thinking of backtracking it, this ship did not hold its value whatsoever, so it is very, very cheap comparison on the second-hand market. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.